With New Year around the corner, it's time to celebrate with your loved ones. But how a country involved in a war with its neighbour celebrates is something that you might want to know. Our next report on Moscow brings you all the details.
Illuminated ice sculptures, decked up markets and symbols of Russian military at Gorky Park of Moscow. New Year's Eve is around the corner, and like most parts of the world, it's festive time in Russia as well. But the impact of war amidst festivities can be seen everywhere.
Yes, it is difficult to be cheerful when you understand that people out there are going through such awful times. To be honest with you, there is always hope that things will improve, but it seems like it won't get better.
Even though the markets are lit, there is a gloom hanging in the air. The reason is the war going on in neighboring Ukraine, even while Russians celebrate the festive season. Their troops are stuck in a raging battle, and reminders of the Ukraine conflict are inescapable. The Latin letters Z, V and O are symbols adopted by the Russian military, are brightly illuminated near the entrance to the famous park. And on the Red Square, a pavilion has been set up for people to donate gifts to the troops.
My friend was drafted and sent to Crimea. It does create slight pressure. When the news broke about the start of special military operation in Ukraine, I felt slightly empty. I did not know what to make of it. But then I kind of came to terms with it. My mother, for example, survived the war in Georgia. Actually, in life of each person comes a time when it's not so peaceful next to his country.
The citizens say that the impact of war can be seen in markets, as the Western sanctions have made access to most items difficult. This in turn has made decorating homes costly.
Foreign trees got sanctioned. To deliver them to Russia got more expensive, and so the customers need to pay more to cover for it. People have started to spend less. They are buying smaller trees compared to last year, but they do still buy real trees.
The rise in the core price is not the only problem. The citizens are also missing some of their favorite brands that have exited the Russian market, owing to the country's Ukrainian invasion.
The fact that lots of clothes brands left Russia has impacted me a lot. I need some specific brands of clothes. For example, Uniqlo closed, which I liked because of quality, price ratio and the look of their clothes. The exit from the Russian market was a hit for me. So I spent less money on clothes this year.
But it is not all grim and gloomy. Many Russians are still encouraging the festive spirit. The markets have also received a mixed response. While many saw a slow sale, some witnessed a huge response. For some, the conflict has entered their homes. This father-daughter duo doesn't seem to share the same opinion about the war. While the daughter misses goods from the West, her father seems to have come to terms with the situation. Russia's Ukrainian invasion has parted many families. And perhaps the only silent prayer on everyone's lip is that the raging war ends sooner rather than later and normalcy returns.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.